everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be a drugstore haul. I've been collecting here and there some things because it's been a while since I've done one of those. So I have a few new products, there's a few repurchases, and then there's like new formulas of older favorites. By the way, if my face makeup look a little weird, I feel like my primer and like tinted moisturizer do not like each other. So I'm not sure what happened there. Let's do this. I'm gonna start with something I'm really excited about. It's the new formula of the Wet n Wild blushes. They came out with a few new shades. They discontinued one of my favorite shade, actually, like Ether Silk, which is amazing, but you can still find those. I know at least online they're on sale right now, so stock up if you really like them. But I was really curious when I heard that they came out with some new shades, and they apparently reformulated them because that's what it says on the packaging. A lot of people were saying, oh, like the new formula is like less pigmented. My cheeks right now are to prove that not really the case. I actually used a stippling brush and I like tapped the excess and then apply a little bit and spent like 10 minutes blending. This is still very, very pigmented, so don't be afraid if you heard that they were like less pigmented, you were like kind of disappointed. I'm actually wearing this color right now. It is the color Pearlescent Pink, which I actually already had, but I don't know, I looked at the 5 shades I had and I was like, oh, I want to wear you, and didn't realize afterwards, oh, I already owned you. That's just how it is. This is just the most beautiful peachy pink with like a gold sheen shimmer through it. This is actually really similar to think about like Nars Orgasm or Nars Deep Throat. This is just the classic summery shade that everybody needs. When I look at it from up close, you can see some particles. Wow, I really chose the worst part, so let's do my finger instead. I'm hoping it's gonna zoom. My camera is like all messed up with the new background. It does not know where to focus. I'm hoping you can see there. There's some particle of gold shimmer through it. They're not like huge chunks, but it's not like those sheen type of blush. But on my cheeks, I just see the sheen. I don't see any particle of glitter, so it's not really a problem. You can just tap off the excess from your brush. Usually it does a trick. I don't know if it's exactly the same color, but it seems like it is. So gorgeous color. This color would look good on absolutely anyone. Totally recommend it. It does come with a brush, but let's be honest, I'm not gonna use this. And it's like, have you seen the size of my cheeks? This is not gonna work. Maybe highlight, but not the cheeks. Next one is also a shade that they just redid the formula. It's the color Mellow Mauve. Again, this is insanely pigmented. Like, there's no way they're less pigmented. But they're still pretty blendable, so it's not that big of an issue. This one, again, a color that will look amazing on pretty much anyone. It just gives you a little bit of warmth. If you're more fair, obviously use a really light hand. You can go pretty ham if you're tan and you're like gonna have the color in cheeks. I know sometimes it can be an issue finding something that will show up. This will for sure, and they're so affordable. I don't remember exactly how much they were. Like, they're like $2–3. They're very affordable. The quality is incredible. So this one is matte, but it's not like a flat matte. It's kind of an almost satin finish. So this is gorgeous. With a little bit of a tan, or even during the fall, this is just an amazing color. I think this color I actually didn't own, but this one is also one of the ones that already existed beforehand. With this one, the 3 other colors are actually new colors. I haven't swatched them, so I'm actually very excited right now. I was opening them and I'm like, no, you're not allowed to touch them yet. This is Fantastic Plastic Pink, which kind of makes you think Barbie pink, plastic pink. That is actually pretty cool. This one also has a particle of shimmer through it, but those ones are silver. This one is actually a little less pigmented, so that's great. This really is a Barbie pink, as you can see. This one looks actually pretty cool. This is the color Rosé Champagne. It actually totally reminds me of something like Nars Madly or Nars Luster, which are great colors, especially for the summer. Just like, if you like a bronzer and you don't like a blush, this is kind of like the perfect blush to start with. Just gives you the perfect amount of warmth and like a little bit of sheen. And this one isn't actually as pigmented, so I can see now why people were saying they did reformulate, but the first 2 are still very pigmented. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. As you can see, it just gives you a little bit of warmth, a little bit of sheen. It's hard to really see because it's not as pigmented, but it really gives you just a little bit of warmth, a little bit of a sheen to it. Again, it's a gold shimmer through it. Last but not least is Apri-Cot in the middle, which this one would actually remind me more of Luster. The other one was more like Madly from Nars. Oh yeah, this is just the perfect amount of like warmth and sheen. This one is a lot less shimmer than the other ones, which I think is probably something that's going to be more popular. It just gives you an amazing amount of like peach warmness, as you can see right here. It's going to be a color that I'm going to wear a ton for sure. I think they did a great job. I think most of these colors are going to be super popular. Like I'm going to be wearing them, all of them actually, easily. So really happy. The two that they already had are still extremely pigmented. The other ones are a little bit more light, so it's actually a good thing. I can't wait, especially the Apri-Cot in the middle. Very excited about this one. Speaking of blush, I got one from the Maybelline. Those are like highlight blush. This color is coral, so this one is basically going to be a blush on me. I already have nude and light browns, which are gorgeous as highlight blushes. This one for sure is going to be a blush on me though. Let's swatch this actually. Before I swatch it, let's do zoom. How beautiful is this? I love when they have a pattern, but at the same time I always feel bad using them, especially when you swirl your finger in it. It's like, no, it just ruined you. This one is gorgeous. As you can see, it's like a sheeny peach color. It's not as shimmery as some of the other ones from that line, but I think it's gonna make it more wearable as a blush. It's beautiful though. I really can't wait to wear this. Every time like there's this change in season, I get super excited and I go shopping for like that season, and like spring, summer, shimmery, peachy blush are just my thing. They're actually pretty much everyone's thing, right? Speaking of changing of season, I decided to get the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, basically under eye concealer in the color light, which I get light because I don't have a lot of dark concealers. And now that I say light, it sounds a bit sad, but light is actually not light, as you can see. Like, it's not that light. So I wanted a darker shade for the summer because I need to conceal the dark circles all year round. So I decided to get a darker shade, and yeah, this is the one I decided to get. And I'm starting to get a little bit of color. We've had like legit 3 sunny days. I don't know about you. Where do you live? Is it sunny yet? Because us, they're starting to have a little bit. The leaves are like barely starting, but I'm very excited because today's like a really sunny day, and it's like, yes, finally. This baby was sent to me, but so excited about this. This is the NYX Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette. Who doesn't need a highlight palette? These colors are absolutely insane. I'm currently wearing this one, and I use a really light hand, but it's still pretty intense right now on my face. They are so pigmented and so intense, and there's like a few different shades, so there's something for everyone in there. I'm actually excited about this one. It's like purple. I need this on my face. So these look amazing. Like, let me swatch them. Like, they're pretty pigmented, especially this dark one. That's actually gonna be a great eyeshadow on me. Oh yeah. They're blendable, they're really pretty, so if you were interested in more highlights, this palette is pretty intense, but it's totally worth the money. Like, you get so many shades and they're so like pigmented. I feel like the Drugstore has really like stepped up their game with highlighters. I feel like there was no highlighter, but now they're starting to have a lot too, and they're really affordable, so, and they're great. I just realized I have so many cheek products in this haul. Usually I get like 10 lipsticks. Today it's apparently cheek products because that's what's been coming out in the drugstore. So I decided to try the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour in the color light. I wasn't sure which one to get, but I liked how the light shade had a really cool tone, gray undertoned contour. It's so cool tone. It almost look like almost green. It's gonna be great. The highlight, I'm not 100% sold on it. I feel like highlighters in those palettes are always what's lacking to me, for me, like at the drugstore. I don't even know where to swatch anymore. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but the highlight one is kind of chalky, which it's kind of always my problem with these. But the contour looks very good. You can't even really see the powder, but the contour looks amazing. The highlight, not really my type. I don't think I'm gonna be using it a lot, but for sure the contour looks amazing. I just hope my brush will fit in there because, yeah, there's enough space. We're good. Let me know if you've tried it and what you think of it. I will be testing it out probably in like a get ready with me or makeup tutorial really soon, but so far I would say the contour looks amazing. And apparently because one contour palette was not enough, I decided to get another one. And I got a few things from Wet n Wild because they came out with a lot of different things, and I found a Walmart that had a ton of their products, so I obviously stocked up. One is the size of my face. It's humongous, so let's see first impression. The highlight part is still very chalky, but it's actually a lot smoother and the contour is actually a little less cool tone than the one from L'Oreal. But yeah, the contour actually looks more like a bronzer, and I don't know, it's very, very powdery and chalky, but it seems to be more blendable than the one from L'Oreal. So I'll put to test both of them and let you know which one I like, which one I don't. Again, if you've tried it, let me know what you think, but it's really, really affordable, so if it can work, well. Last product from Wet n Wild, actually no, I'm lying, there's another one, but almost last one, is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. So this one is in the color Catwalk Pink. First impression, I'm not sure how I feel about this. This looks like a basically glittery mess. So the last one on the bottom is the all of them mixed together. Once you blend it out, it's better, but at first I have to say it's pretty chalky, pretty glittery, so you have to want a really intense highlight and don't mind blending it. You can make it work, but it's not my favorite at first swatch. I'll see what I can do with it, but the colors are pretty, but actually mixed together, it's really, really pretty, so I'll try to make it work. Quickly mentioning that I got the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt Mascara. I did a first impression. I'll include a picture and you can just click on it if you want to see the full review. This is what the brush looks like. It's actually very weird looking. Like, what is this? I have to say it's a pretty clumpy mascara, but I know a lot of people, me included, don't mind or like that. The only thing is because the formula is still pretty wet, I feel like it does apply quite a bit on my lashes, so it kind of weighs them down a little bit, and it does end up flaking a tiny little bit, but again, I'm hoping that as it dries out a little bit, it will be better. It's not bad, but I know a lot of people were asking me to compare it to the Covergirl Super Sizer Fiber mascara that I've been loving. I'm wearing it today actually, so if you were wondering. Still love this one better because it's more separating. It doesn't flake on me at all, so I swear there's like a chainsaw that follows me around every time I move my setup so I can film. There's someone that starts using a chainsaw. Last product from Wet n Wild is this wonderful eyeshadow. Mine broke, basically exploded everywhere, and I just couldn't bother with it because it kept like going everywhere even though it was closed. But it's too pretty for me to not have it, so I got it again. Now I can't open it. Seriously, they tape 3 sides of it. Like, it's an eyeshadow, like not diamonds. So this is the single eyeshadow in Nutty, which is just the color you absolutely need to get in this collection. This is just amazing. Actually, I should be wearing this over the top of something else that I got because this is basically the same color but even better. It's super pigmented, it's buttery smooth. The quality of Wet n Wild eyeshadow is just right here. You can't miss it. It's glowing and it's amazing. Look at this color. Everyone needs to find this and buy it. It's incredibly affordable, like $1 or $2, and best quality eyeshadow ever. So honestly, Wet n Wild eyeshadows are like competition to like high-end brands. So this color needs to be in your collection if you don't already have it. If you do, you completely know what I'm talking about. This is just amazing. And I should apply a little bit right now because it's that good. Can't really see it because they're basically the same color, but yeah, like it just stands out on my arm right now. There's a bunch of color, but like my eyes go directly to this one. It's a beautiful shimmery bronzy. It's not too cool tone, it's not too orangey. It's just perfect, would look amazing on everyone. So the one you need. Speaking of what's on my eyes, I repurchased the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the color Bad to the Bronze. This color is absolutely everything. It looks very similar. Just underneath the Wet n Wild one, it's a little bit more warm tone. It's a gorgeous color. Again, everyone needs this in their life. It's really easy to throw on. Today, I just apply a little bit of something in my crease and then apply this all over my lid and I was done. This is just perfect on its own. It lasts all day long, does not crease. It's great under eyeshadows or just alone. I used the crap of the one that I already had, but it was drying out. I've had it for 3 years, I think. Ever since it came out, basically, I started using that one, so it was starting to dry out. The trick is to actually store them like this, that way they stay more moist. I hate that word. They stay creamy, let's just say that instead. And this color is the color that everybody needs. I also decided to get another one of this one, which is the color Taupe. Toughest Taupe. It's probably the one that I use the most after the Bad to the Bronze. This one is matte, the other one was shimmery. It's kind of a cool tone. Oh yeah, that one is really creamy. It looks like a dark gray actually, like this, but I like using it just a little bit. This one in the lid, this one a little bit in the crease, or it's just good. I know some people actually use this also for the brows. I feel like it might be a bit intense as you can see, but this look amazing under like a smoky eye. Like you just start with this so you have already some darkness. It's great. I love it. Got a backup basically. Also, they came out with some in pencil form. So I only had one color already, so I decided to get two more. Let me know what you think of them because I'm actually excited about it. I kind of like the format of like a big chunky pencil. I decided to get two shades. The first one is Barely Beige. It doesn't show up super well on my skin tone, but you can see the reflection right there. It's kind of a light beigey goldy color with a little bit of a sheen to it. It's going to be perfect like daily basis if you just want a little bit of something and just want to cover a little bit your veins on your eyes. And the second one I got was bronze truffle. I don't know why, I really can't say it. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of Batch Bronze, but I wanted to compare them, and once I just swatched it, you can see that they're actually, I was going to say they're different, but actually when I do this, they look similar. No, I think you can see that bronze one is more bronzy. They do actually look fairly similar. Okay, so maybe you don't need both. I feel like the crayon ones are actually very, very creamy, so if you had an issue with these or you're just meh about them, try the crayon form. I actually really like it. I can't wait to apply this on my eyes, and they seem to be good. So let me know if you've tried them, what you think of them. Let me know which colors I need because, like I said, I only had a couple, so I probably need some more. I'm actually not wearing this, but I've heard so many people mention these new Wet n Wild One Step Wonder gel. I decided to get Pale in Comparison, which seems like a beautiful baby pink. Basically kind of reminds me of what I'm wearing on my nails right now, but I'm actually wearing Sally Hansen's Sweet Talker, I believe, which gorgeous nude. They're not super pigmented though. So I'm excited to try these because apparently they last long and I'm all about them. If you haven't tried the Wet n Wild nail polishes, they're actually very good. The only thing is the brush is huge, but it's not the case with these ones. These ones are not as big. The other ones are like the size of my nail. I'm like, ugh, I'm always making mistakes. But like 1 or 2 coats and you're like perfect and you're like, wow, you're worth more than $2 for sure. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed this drugstore haul. Let me know in the comments, what is the last product you purchased and what do you think of it? Or if there's more than one, feel free to leave more than one. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.